Zack Ryder. I don't know who Zack Ryder is, right? The guy who has a show on the YouTube, the guy who everybody keeps chanting his name, the guy who everybody wants to be the new United States champion. Zack Ryder. Let me get my thoughts on Zack Ryder. Now, you see, Zack Ryder, he was a guy that was in a tag team that I don't think anybody ever damn about. I know I didn't, but he was in a tag team nonetheless. Now, his tag team career basically didn't work out, basically because, well, the WWE doesn't give a damn about tag team wrestling. Let's be honest here. So it didn't matter who was the tag team champions. You really didn't give a damn about tag team wrestling, especially at the time when they were a tag team, when he was in that tag team with the Major Brothers. Then, after a while, he teamed up with Edge, and they was in a group called La Familia. He was in that group, didn't necessarily stand out, at least to me or anything like that, but after a while, when that was done, when he was no longer being one of the edge heads, or one of the edge guys, you know, sometimes they made fun of him and his tag team partner for being, you know, the two edge guys. And then, you know, after a while, basically, you know, that had broke up, and then he basically went out on his own. And he did, well, this gimmick, the Jersey Shore gimmick, as they call it. His gimmick is basically based on the Jersey Shore guys. Based on those guys, he talks like those guys, he wears his hair like those guys. Now, I remember when he first came out, and he had these weird-looking tights. At least they was weird to me. He had one full pants leg, and then the other one was like halfway. It was like shorts. It was like he was wearing a combo of pants and shorts, you know, for tights. And I thought that looked really, really stupid. At least to me. That's just how I felt about it. I thought Zack Ryder's look was very, very, very stupid. Nonetheless, after a while, he was no longer on TV. Like, he was completely off TV, but it turns out he was on the internet. He was on the YouTube doing videos, and if it wasn't for these YouTube videos, I wouldn't even probably take a second look at them, to be honest with you. I haven't watched a video in a while of his, but I will say this. If you haven't seen Zack Ryder's YouTube videos, they are pretty interesting. They are pretty entertaining. Now, here's a guy who's basically building himself, as he should. He's not waiting for the story writers to do something for him. He's not waiting for Vince McMahon to do something for him. He's doing his own thing on his own, and guess what? It's getting him on TV. It's getting him TV time. It's sort of giving him main event time. You know, Zack Ryder used to just wrestle on, you know, on the internet show on Superstars, you know, the show that no one completely gives a damn about, and a show that I don't think really anybody necessarily watches or really cares about. Let's be honest here. Or at least I know I don't. But I will say this. Zack Ryder, to me, this gimmick that he's doing is only going to get him so far. It's not going to get him to the main events, let's be honest here. You know, a guy like the Disco Inferno from WCW years ago, his gimmick wasn't going to get him to the main events. Although your gimmick could be pretty entertaining, and you know Zack Ryder is a pretty good wrestler, but let's be honest here, to get in the main event, you have to be a larger-than-life superstar. You have to have this larger-than-life, you know, persona about you. If you don't have that, then you're not going to make it to the main event. Yes, you can be pretty entertaining. There's nothing wrong with that. I do find Zack Ryder very entertaining. At least his YouTube videos, that is. And I found him entertaining in WWE too. You know, he's a pretty entertaining guy. I will give him that. But I know that his gimmick is only going to get him so far. And that's a mid-card championship. You know, he's going to be a mid-carder at best. And there's nothing wrong with being a mid-carder. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm pretty sure he's making more money than I ever will in my life as a mid-carder. You know, probably $1 million there or something. But I will say that Zack Ryder is, I just think that his gimmick is only going to get him to the mid-card. That's it. United States Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Tag Team Championship. Those are the mid-card titles. So let's be honest here. So I will say this. I will give Zack Ryder his props for basically building himself and getting himself on TV. He didn't wait for nobody. He got himself on TV. The fans are clearly chanting his name. Maybe he will be a world champion one day. I don't know, but I can only for certainly tell you that at this point, Zack Ryder, his gimmick, is only going to get him towards the mid-card. That's how I see it. I don't know if anyone else see it that way. That's just the way I see it. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with being a mid-carder. Hell, I wish I could be a mid-carder in the WWE. But that's all I want to say. My thoughts on Zack Ryder. He's a pretty entertaining guy. I always say that. And we'll see where he goes from here. That's it. This is Warzone Jones. Those are my thoughts, and I'm out.